I've been asked to tell the story of the Padre Island shark attack. The truth of the real shark attack at Padre Island. The story goes way back to the beginning when I went down to South Padre Island. This must have been in about 1983 to do a survey with Tom Ray in his airplane for peregrine falcons on the spring migration of the tundra peregrine falcon migration out of Latin America. We get back to our condominium at the Sun Chase out on Padre Island. And it was about 5:30 and we were really tired. And Tom Ray had been piloting the plane and he had broken his elbow about a month and a half earlier. And so he was in the mode of exercising his elbow whenever he got a chance. And of course hydrotherapy is wonderfully rated therapy for healing bone. And so we all got our bathing suits on and there was Tom, myself, and Eduardo, and we walked down to the water. Now I have these action figures to basically demonstrate exactly what happened while we were there on the ocean. There's a redhead here, we'll call him Eduardo. And then there'd be Tom Ray, dog attack. And then there'd be me. Oh gee. Okay, so anyway, we got down to the beach and you know, we're walking down the beach having a pretty good time and Tom and Eduardo, they walk way out to the longshore bar and they're about 150 feet out on the second longshore bar. There's a bar here, there's a bar there. And I walked out, got right on the first shore bar, longshore bar, right about here. Right about here. Come on, stand up, you little sucker. And I'm just minding my own business. These guys are way out in front of me. And as I'm standing there, the waves are rolling by from about the middle of my shins up to my thighs, and all of a sudden, in my mind's eye, I thought I saw something go by, right here. What the heck, there couldn't be anything there because I'm in shallow water and what would be in the water with me anyway. And just about that time, I look down and here comes a hammerhead shark right past me like that. Right like that. And I went, oh shit, there's a big shark in the water here and we need to get these guys out of the water. So I call out to Tom and Eduardo. And these guys go, oh, what? I said, there's sharks over here. They come back over here, and they're standing there like that. I'm standing here with them. Three of us are standing around, and all of a sudden, this shark comes zooming right past us, and I mean just like this, maybe 4 feet in front of us. And we see this big fin like that. Nasty business. And it goes out of the water. And then a second later, we see this red drum come out of the water right in front of us. And it goes, woo, like that, right in front of us. And this shark comes out of the water, head and everything, after this red drum. And it's chasing this red drum all around here, flopping around, carrying on, making with the water and all that stuff. And right about when it goes over here, and this fish is now out of sight. I think it was over here by Eduardo's feet. This shark goes out of sight right here. And we go, well, let's get out of here. So we start walking to the shore as fast as we can walk to the shore. And pretty soon you can feel the water coming up on your thighs. And you're in the trough. It's pretty deep. And then all of a sudden the water starts coming off of your things and you start getting your legs out of the water and we are walking on the water. And we are walking on the water. And we get up on the beach. And we are standing on the beach, right there, right here like that. These guys won't, there we go. We're standing on the beach, and we're going, holy mackerel. That was a big shark. How big was it? Well, it was at least 6 or 7 feet, maybe 8 feet long, and it probably was bigger than we were, which put it in the 200-pound plus category. And while we're standing out there, all of a sudden, this red drum comes out of the water right in front of us. and it comes plop, 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 and it lands right in the water in front of us. And at that point, if anybody had enough sense and had the presence of mind to have done anything, we could have reached over, picked up a 10-pound redfish without a fishing rod and had dinner on that shark. Nobody was quite with it that much at that point. We stood there having this fight-flight syndrome where in the water you were completely petrified, but as soon as we got out of the water, the adrenaline rush went from fear to fight, and we were totally seized up. We were looking for a pipe, anything to clobber this shark with. This fish comes up in front of us, and right up behind it, out of the water, comes this shark. And this shark comes right up out of the water, and the water washes back off of the back of this shark until that first top half to 2/3 of this shark is completely out of the water. And his head's just lying there, his little eyes out on his stalks, looking around for this red drum, just like that. You know, just like, look at this thing, just looking for that red drum. And it comes up there, it sees the red drum, and the red drum's trying to hide, not doing a very good job of it. And the red drum shark just slops up, gets a little red drum in its mouth like that, and it just slinks back in the water like that, turns around, and whoosh, it's gone with the red drum. And now this wrecked both of my theories about sharks. One, don't worry about sharks, they won't come into shallow water. Well, actually, if shark's hungry enough, it will come out of the water and get whatever it wants. Shallow water, forget about it. It will come out of the water and go up on the beach looking for stuff if it needs it. And second of all, they aren't that fast you can get out of the way of them. Well, that's not true. That when this thing passed me, it was doing about 45 miles an hour. I couldn't have run that fast if I'd have been on the beach. So there were both of my theories about sharks in the water down on Padre Island. Now the funny anecdotal part of this story was, the next day, all three of us got up and we went back down to the beach to take a swim. Sort of like falling off the horse and everything like that. And there were a bunch of girls in their little bathing suits down there, and here were these three big guys. So this was many years ago when we were much more manly figures. And we went down there and we were talking to each other. Oh, let's get in the water. What do you say? We're going to get in the water. Okay, we're going to get in the water. I'm going to get in the water. You're going to get in the water. We're going to get in the water. We're going to walk down there and get right down there to the water's edge. And it was like the water was electrical, because as soon as the water hit our feet, all three of us unanimously went, oh, I don't think we're getting in water. What do you say we go to the pool? Yeah, let's go to the pool. Okay, let's go. We'll go to the pool. And we turned right around, walked right up to the pool, and those people on the beach thought, what's the matter with those guys? They scared of the water or what? I mean, they must not be able to swim. So that's the story of the Padre. Now, this is the deal. This was not a little shark. This was a big shark, at least 7 feet long. It was certainly bigger than I was. So we're talking 200 to 300 pounder. Sharks have visited people on that beach before. The year before we saw this shark, a shark bit a guy in the side and killed him. And 2 years later, and halfway down the beach, he found the half-eaten body of a woman that had been pretty much eaten in half by a shark. So sharks do bite people down there, and it happens. And that's the shark story, buddy.